All right, good morning. So, right now is 8 a.m. Pacific time. So that's 11 server time. And I'm gonna show you what to do at the Capitol because it seems like some folks are finding Capitol kind of confusing. So, I wanted to do a video just for Capitol Envoy, okay? This is the Casey account, and so since I have a Prince title, I'm sitting in a number one building in for my house, right? So that's when you first land on Capitol. These houses are the houses that you live in basically and collect your maximum amount of points. So in a number one building, the maximum amount of points is 2,400. I think when you're in like the Royal Hall, it's 3840, and you get 80 points per hour. In Royal Mansions, is 2880, 60 points per hour, as you can see here. And then for me is 2,450 points per hour, right? So at reset, some people like to do this at reset. Some people like to wait till a little bit later and then snatch people. So you kind of decide like how you want to play the game, and you might enjoy it one way more than the other. Since I have only collected 810 points because I did some late yesterday and did some wealth houses, so I didn't accrue my maximum amount. So I'm gonna probably focus on merits right now because for this account I'm very close to ranking up. So since my Casey account retainers are not the strongest, I'm not gonna go to any of these like first and second rooms. I'll probably start in like a room 3. And what I'll do is like I'll try to find spaces like in between, and I'll do like number 3 room. I'll probably do like 2,000, close to 2,000, and I'll dispatch, right? And if I want to aim for about 2,000 aptitude, then I will have to pick some good retainers, right? So you see how I used 3 retainers there to reach the 2,000? So I only have 410 points left now because these are 200 points per room. I'll probably move down now to a room 3 or 4, and these are 100 points per room, and I'll try to go down where I don't think people will snatch me as much, and I'll put 1,000 in these rooms because I feel like that's generally how much I need to stay in these rooms before I get snatched. You put too little aptitude in, you're gonna get snatched. So let's see if I can make 1,000. Close enough. So 930. Hopefully I won't get snatched. So I've got 200 points left. What I'll do is I'll probably go to a wealth room and try to get like a number 3 wealth room. And wealth rooms don't get snatched as much. So if you want to kind of be in the middle somewhere, usually people don't snatch kind of in the middle. So I'm going to cross my fingers that nobody snatches me. So I've only got 10 points left now. As you can see on the upper left, I've only got 10 points out of 2,400. So I'm going to leave now and let it accrue. And every hour I'll get 50 more points. So maybe in a few hours, I might want to use those points to snatch someone or sit in an empty room, whether it's EXP book or merits or wealth. Just depends on, the things that we need. But remember, everyone, do at least like one or two wealth rooms. Try to aim for about 200 to 400 points. The higher capital house that you're in, so the more maximum points that you have, the more wealth you should try to obtain. So if you're getting 50 points per hour, try to get at least, 200 to 400 wealth rooms. If you get 40 points per hour, then, sit in like a room 4 or room 3. Okay? Hopefully that helps. For book rooms, a good way to gauge that is like, again, if you don't have very strong retainers, stay out of 1 and 2 rooms. Go to number 3 building here, and for our number 3 building is 200 points, so you want to focus on maybe a retainer that is at least like 2,000 aptitude, or a few retainers to get 2,000 aptitude, or more. So if you're not very strong, like Casey's not very strong, so like my power on this account is not, I think it's like maybe close to 100 million power. And so what happens is when somebody sees that your power is low, you're probably going to get targeted, right? Versus like my Nick account, which is like over 550 million. Like, not as many people will snatch me because they assume I'm going to have stronger retainers, right? So they don't even bother. Even though I pretty much aim to utilize the same amount of aptitude per different number of rooms or number of buildings. So I think, if you gauge it that way, then it's good. So number 1 buildings, in book or merit. Even when I've used up to like 5,000 aptitude, I will still get snatched because people like the superpower players, their power is like billions, right? So they're not going to care. So that's why I just stay out of number 1 rooms. Don't even bother. Number 2 rooms, there's less people who can snatch you, but you also, again, you're fighting the same people again, right? Sometimes it's just luck. So that's why, number 2 rooms, I'll try occasionally if I see like, hey, it's 8:20 or 8:15 and there's not that many people in here, so maybe it's a slow day. But if it's like super busy, or if there's an event, if there's a capital event, forget about it. Like, just go straight to number 3 room, because you will get snatched. All right. So I hope this helps. If you're a strong player and you have really strong retainers, and if your power is like over 500-600 million, then definitely it's much easier. But when you're below that, just be careful and keep an eye on it. One of the best advice I can give you for capital is stay vigilant in checking. Unless it's a capital event, then you want to kind of wait. I know for capital events, you have like 1 day of building your team. So I guess it doesn't start till like the next day. So I guess you're not supposed to collect until then, because otherwise it won't count. But otherwise, for regular capital, just everyday stuff, I try to collect whenever I log on. I go and collect just because I don't want to get snatched. If people see that you have points accrued in your building, for example, let's say, let's go to merit rooms. So for example, let's see, who's this? So the Don. So the Don has a room and has collected 2 merits right now. So imagine if like, Don didn't have time and was busy and collected like 100 merits. Someone's going to want to come and snatch that because they can collect 50% of those resources if they're successful, right? So the more you collect your points and don't let it sit there, the less likely you'll get snatched. Right. So hopefully that helps. That I think is one of the biggest things. So later on in the day, some people won't have time to check, and then you'll see that they've accrued all these points. So you might decide that, like, you know what, instead of, I missed trying to get an empty room, I'm gonna go in and try to snatch some people later. So you'll just, if you want to play it that way, you're gonna go through and you just have to kind of keep clicking through and see like what everyone's power is and find somebody that has, lower power than you. So for example, this is an second rank from Alliance Moonlight. Always snatch from people outside of our servers. Don't snatch anyone in our server. Generally, that's kind of the etiquette. So, don't do that. And then check the capital channel. We have a channel that is for who our alliances are, like who our allies are. So check that to see like who are the people that we suggest like don't snatch from, because it might start wars and blah blah blah, and you don't want that. So this person power is 211, and I'm not that strong, so I'm not gonna snatch somebody like that, right? I'm gonna find someone who's probably like at like a 20. So they'll probably be down here in like a number 4 room. Let's see, yeah, so that's under 100, so that I could potentially beat that person. This one's 85, even better. So that's kind of how I gauge who to snatch. But again, if they're using more retainers than me or have higher aptitude total than what I put in, then I'm probably gonna lose, right? So right now my retainers are left. Let's find that 85 person again. Here's a 70. So if I wanted to, right now I don't have enough points because it takes 100 and I only have 10. You can see down here under the snatch button, it says points consumption, right? So it takes 100 points to snatch a number 4 room. I only have 10, so I can't. But in this, hypothetically, let's say I do, and I want to snatch them, I could use these balls to up my points. And then once I can do it, you'll have to decide like, oh, what kind of retainers do I have left? So if I have retainers that are strong and I think I can beat this person, great. If I don't, sometimes you can use buffs. So I can't show you right now because I don't have points, but after you hit the snatch button and then you put in your retainers, on the next tab, there is ability to utilize gold to buff your energy, your skill, and I forget what the other one is. I can't remember. It's too early. Anyways, hopefully this was helpful. I apologize. I'm not barely awake right now. So if you have questions, let me know. And I'm happy to help. And I hope that this helps a little bit. All right. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.